What's going on, guys? Episode 23, my favorite number because it's my birthday and Jordan. So, coincidentally, we got on a sports guy, Hype Beef. He has three businesses renting, flipping, and fixing up homes. So, guy is absolute hustle monster. On top of that, he does cards. So, we start off, we hit the home remodeling, the flipping homes, the renting homes, target markets where he wants to be living, everything else in between. He's also doing work on Shoe StockX. I think Shoe StockX is episode 2 or 3. Also a great podcast. The remodel job that he's doing on that we get into is incredible. And then, we flip into cards. We talk about, how to get started, flipping the cards, grading the cards, what to look for, and everything else in between. So if you're looking for, a nice little side hustle, this is awesome. And I think there's a lot of information in there. So hopefully I don't fuck this up. But happy Lunar New Year, because I fucked it up the last time. Happy Lunar New Year. Stay cool. Always appreciate the time. Thank you. Peace.
All right. So I guess we'll just kind of start cracking with, what are the three businesses that you have running?
So I have rentals. I build new houses and sell new houses,
Mhm.
and then I do like high end construction on like kitchens and baths too. Like
All
I did. There's like an area near Pittsburgh. It's like 2.5 hours south. It's called Deep Creek.
right.
I did like a big house down there. I live in the city and I'm doing two brand new houses in Lawrenceville right now.
Mm.
And it's just like the time of year right now is what's really crushing me because like the market, you want your houses on the market literally like right now.
Yeah.
And I have two houses. They're just about done, but just got a lot of projects going on.
Mhm. Yeah. This is like the best time to be a buyer, basically, right? Is like January, February, because that's like the lowest prices, low inventory, but
No,
lower.
dude, it's actually like the opposite.
Oh,
Like,
really?
so the inventory cranks up. It's mainly because of the school year. That
Mm.
like no one in general, not a lot of people spend money like holiday seasons.
Mm.
Like those months, it's rare. So a lot of people won't list their houses. They don't think about selling their houses because they want like the holidays are coming up.
Mm.
But then as soon as spring hits, that's when like everyone's like, all right, I'm ready to buy a new house.
Mm.
What school district do I want to be in? Like we got to be in before the end of the summer. And then as the summer starts to carry, then prices get higher.
Mm.
And but like everyone really starts to buy right around spring. It's the best time to put stuff on the market.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So, how did you get started with? I guess because I mean, you really basically. It sounds like I would guess the logical start would be flipping houses, and then you started up your own contracting business to fill a void, and then you started building new homes after that, or is that not a logical conclusion? Like, how'd you get started route wise?
Dude, so like it's really kind of long and drawn out, but the short version is I went to college for mechanical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
Did it for like literally like I had an internship, never finished, hated it. It was like, oh, this is terrible. Dropped out of college because I was like, I'm never doing this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then like I did some construction and modeling like when I was younger, like in high school and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went through each aspect where I worked with like a plumber and did like plumbing, heating, and cooling for a couple years. Then I did roofs and framing for a couple years, and there's one more in there. But after like it was like 4 or 5 years, like I put it all together,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy called me for a job and wanted me to work on it. Like he was building a new house,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went and built his house for him, and then he really liked me. And then essentially, he's just started to become a silent investor, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how I started with flips, and then new builds, and then I got to a point where like the stuff I do is like one off
Uh-huh.
and like pretty high end, and so I just people just call me at this point with things they want me to do.
Yeah. I guess you're pretty well known within like the you're in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're like that guy in Pittsburgh.
I mean, yes and no. Like, there's guys. I mean, I'm not big by
Mm-hmm.
any means, but like, I'm like niche. I'd say,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm a perfectionist with everything I do. So
Mm-hmm.
like, all the stuff I do is like that you don't get any better. My
Uh-huh.
prices are not cheap at all, but
Mm.
the stuff that I do is just top notch. Like, I'm
Gotcha.
doing Shoe StockX's kitchen right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you I don't know. Can you talk about that a little bit? Like what's going on with it? Because he seems like he's doing fucking everything.
Oh, bro, yeah. What do you mean? Like, he blew out like a wall, and it's a monster. Like, it's humongous. The
Uh,
amount of cabinets there, like this kitchen, he'll put pictures up soon. Like
yeah.
it's huge.
Mm,
Like he took a kitchen and a dining room and turned it all into one big kitchen.
nice, nice. So, like, that's what other kinds of construction jobs are one offs that you are doing?
So like it would just say for his kitchen, like his kitchen's not like a normal kitchen.
Hmm.
So like there's a lot of intricate lighting, a lot of really modern design plays, like the garbage cans pop out by themselves. There's a dog dish that like I put on electronic actuators that's underneath a cabinet.
Hmm.
So like when like the dog's bowl with water and food will pop out from underneath the cabinets and a
That's
lot
sick.
like yeah, dude. There's a lot of like crazy stuff like that. So like exposed beam work, like
Hmm.
that's what where like the one off. It's not like I'm going in and putting like shaker cabinets, like just normal cabinets, and
Yeah.
you know, no, that's ridiculous stuff.
So now was the garbage can and the water bowl like his idea, your idea, something you've done before? Like I've never even heard of something like that.
So like the garbage can thing I've done before, it's
Uh,
really super easy, man. Like they sell these actuators, and you know how like on cars they have those lights underneath your door,
yeah, yeah,
or if
yeah.
you're like, it's literally like the same assembly.
Uh,
You plug it into your trash can cabinet, and there's a little circle light underneath, and you
mhm.
just put your foot under it, and it just pops it right out.
Does it come in at like a tilt or it fully?
It fully extends. So
Yeah.
most of the trash cabinets I put in are the ones that have the cabinet that they're like the two cans inside
Hmm.
and slides all the way out like a full extension.
Hmm.
And so yeah, you just put your foot under it, it just shoots right out.
That's awesome.
And then they wanted to hide their dog bowls
Mm,
and like somewhere to put them,
mm,
but me just being me, I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll put it under the cabinet and I'll get these actuators so that it'll just come out whenever you want it.
mm. Now, when you do work like that, like is there some kind of like warranty that you're giving it, or how would that work?
So like, I mean, there's really not a warranty with it with
Yeah.
things like that. Like it's all inspected, so like it's all done appropriately.
Hmm.
But like, there's really truly no way I can like warranty that
Yeah.
itself. Like I've had people ask me similar situations, be like, "So what kind of warranty will you have on your work?" And like, truthfully, I had my real estate license, and one of the big things I noticed in real estate is literally you never want any liability.
Mm,
So I never put a warranty on anything like
yeah.
that. I mean, that you can't warranty things that might go wrong in the future on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you could get, for example, a mouse could come in your house and chew on your wires,
Mm,
and then it'll short it, and it's done.
yeah.
Like, and that's nothing I did personally.
Mm,
I mean, I think the statute of limitations for construction in Pittsburgh area is, I think it's a 10-year look back.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
you, so if anything goes wrong in 10 years, I'm liable anyway.
Mm, gotcha. Um, I guess so. I wasn't expecting you to. I didn't know that you actually had rental units too. It was something that I was looking into. I was looking in the uh, North Carolina University area, non UNC, but I think the same actual initials. I think it's another University of North Carolina. My buddy lives down in I think Raleigh, and like we were looking to buy. Corona hit. I'm like, thank God we didn't buy it. And he goes, Nah, dude, everybody's moving down here. The prices is like double, and so I don't end up. I didn't end up making the purchase. But how did you, or what's your experience so far with like renting? Obviously, you wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't profitable and worth your time. But
So like realistically, man, the way I see it is the generation that's coming out is everyone's already coming out with a mortgage.
yeah,
So I think the rental rates are just going to always be there. Like
mm,
they've been climbing pretty steadily, and I've noticed in like Pittsburgh in general, like prices are to the moon for some things.
mm,
But I mean, in Pittsburgh, so like here's a funny thing: I rent an
mm,
apartment because I don't want to come home and do any work.
yeah,
Like I don't want to. Everyone always gives me a hard time. They're like, "You seriously rent an apartment still?" I'm like, "Yeah, yes, I do."
mm,
But like my place is like I think it's like 1,700 square feet, and
mm,
it's in the city. It's less than a quarter mile from PNC Park
mm.
or Heinz Field. Like it's walkable to everywhere, and it's like I think I pay $1,800 a month for a two-bedroom, two bath.
Nice.
You go to Philly, that's like $5,000.
Yeah.
But just the industry's there, man. Like everyone's moving back into the cities is one of the things I've seen a lot too. But
Mhm.
there's just going to be such a need, like such a demand for rentals in the next 30 years that I'll buy rentals every day of the week at the right price.
Mhm.
It's always about numbers. Whatever you can get your capitalization rate to,
Mhm.
and then you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an area in Pittsburgh that you can buy places for, $60,000. You get a duplex that's $1,500 on each side,
Mhm.
and so you make a very good margin. But the people you get in there, tend to damage it. And then
Mhm.
also, there's guys that I've dealt with that only want super high end rentals,
Yeah.
and they put the finest of finishes and things like that because they think it'll last longer. But what I've noticed from that aspect is it gets dated quicker.
Yeah.
So you have to try to find something in between that's like
Classic.
indestructible and will look decent.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to look amazing, like will look decent
Yeah.
for a long period of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a classic look that's actually wood and not pressboard, right?
Yeah. Well, dude, now the big one that everyone likes now is vinyl floors.
Yes.
So like they're waterproof,
Mhm.
they're durable as all hell. Like
Yeah.
they won't scratch, man. They're super comfortable to walk on,
Yeah.
and they are super easy to install. But people are putting them over hardwood floors in suburban homes
Yeah.
in areas that I know about, which
Mhm.
is absurd.
Yeah. My dad did real wood, and then the whole vinyl thing took off, and my dad did it all himself. So my dad grew up. He's born in 1960, I think. 19. I'm pretty sure. Stupid that I should know that. I should know that, but I'm 90% sure. And he framed houses. He built houses. The whole nine. So like one day it was just like, all right, we're done with the carpet, and he started redoing like the hardwood floors. Did the hardwood floors. I can't tell you how many nicks I put in the hardwood floors. I can't tell you. Like you just
No,
drop some
yeah.
shit. like so the vinyls are like almost indestructible, way easier, and like it's the same exact. It's that male female that slotting mechanism, and so you just
Yeah.
hammer it into place, and you're good to go. He was telling me for I forget what the wood is called, or the fake wood is called for the deck stuff, but like that shit's almost indestructible too. Like if you're building a deck, that stuff lasts longer than the wood does.
Oh, you're talking about oh man, I can't remember what it's called. It's like it's composite material. It's
Yes,
like plastic almost.
yeah, but it looks
Trex.
nice. But it looks
Trex.
like yes, yes.
Dude,
Um,
that stuff's awesome because I had a bad experience like growing up. There's a water park near us
mm,
called Sandcastle,
mm,
and they have like wooden boardwalk decks at their place.
yeah.
And I got the biggest splinter in the history of mankind. Literally, like I had to get it like go to the hospital get it removed, like
Jesus.
in my foot.
Yeah.
After that, like, dude, I just it scarred me forever. And now I'm like, nah, you got to put in Trex decks,
Yeah.
like, because they don't do that. They don't shatter.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So he was doing that. Yeah, I was looking at like it's interesting. So with the cap rate, is that an industry wide standard, or do you happen to listen to Bigger Pockets too, or that's just something that is just known?
The cap rate's literally just what everyone uses to
Mm,
judge rental properties.
gotcha.
Like everyone makes it like, and everyone's numbers different what they want to get in it.
Mm,
But like I can adjust my cap rates to my cap rates are pretty good because I do a lot of the work myself
mm,
or with my guys.
mm,
So I'm not spending, $100,000 to renovate a unit when I can spend about 15.
mm. Gotcha.
So it makes it easier.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to reach out to you when I start doing a house. One second. Let me just read this. Wiz messaged me, and I assume that it's probably relevant to you. So let's just see what he's saying. Nope. Nope, that's not it. It's not about that. All right.
Oh, I know what
Fa-
it's about because he messaged me too.
um, yeah. So, all right. So we covered off on the houses. Obviously, like the cap rate is huge. That's incredible that you're doing that. Are you only in like the Pittsburgh area, or where else are you? Oh, you just went. Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
Nah, no worries. Are you
You're
are
good.
you only doing rentals in the Pittsburgh area, or are you doing them elsewhere too?
Nah, Pittsburgh area for now, but to be perfectly truthful with you, I'm in Pittsburgh for like one more year,
Hmm.
and then I'm moving down to Florida because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the cold, man. I just want a beach.
Hmm. Yeah, my uncle's down there. My dad spends every February down there, so he's doing the rest of the month. My mom goes down on a
Yeah,
Friday.
dude. To be honest, like it's I never thought I'd be able to like afford to build a beach house, but
Mhm,
like, dude, lots on the beach really aren't insanely expensive. Like I thought they'd be like over $1 million. They are not.
mhm.
Like oceanfront lots.
Yeah. How much
And
is
so
an oceanfront lot?
I mean, you get them for like 400 grand.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, that it's probably expensive as far as Florida goes, but like when I'm coming from New York, it's like, all right, how much does it cost to build a house? I don't know, 400,000. Like, all right, so I got an $800,000 house. I can't get an $800,000 house in New York in a good neighborhood.
Oh, dude, no way. Yeah, good luck. I have family that lives in like Manhattan and shit, dude. Like that, I'm like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
They've been there forever. Like,
yeah,
I have a lot of family from New York, and yeah, dude, it's unreal up there.
yeah, yeah. It's
Like Pittsburgh. So like the big one is Texas, dude. What you
yes,
can get in Texas for like $500,000 would blow
absurd.
your mind.
Yeah. No, I've seen. It's the number one growing zip code right now. That's
Dude,
that's that's where you want to go and start a business. People are going to be building houses like fucking crazy.
oh no way, man, dude. It's so hot down there.
Florida's
Like
pretty hot in the summer, man.
Florida's bad too, but at least you got the ocean. Like most of Texas, dude, it's just like the sun. It's like the surface of the sun.
Yeah. Well, you got the lakes and you got I don't know if there's lakes. I assume there's lakes. I mean,
I
you
mean, the
got
ocean's
pools.
down there. If you go to some cities, like
Yeah, yeah,
you go to South Padre, if you really want to party.
yeah. I mean, my buddy lives in Pine Top, Arizona, right? And we went down and we were supposed to do like 2 days with him and like 5 days in Phoenix. We go down and it was like June 19th, right? Give or take. We went down for my girlfriend's birthday. And dude, it was 125 degrees. The garbage trucks were picking up garbage cans, right? Like they have like the arms, and it was separating in half because it was just fucking melting. The asphalt was melting. Asphalt was melting. Like what? Like it was. I mean, absolutely absurd.
Dude, I just never forget the first time I went golfing in Florida.
Hmm.
Like we go down to Daytona every year. Like my grandma would get a condo down there, whatever. And like our
Hmm.
whole family would be down there. And the first time I like when I was younger, I got into golfing, and I'm like, all right, sweet, I'm gonna go golfing while we're in Florida. I'm
Yeah.
like 16, and I go on the course. It's like 11 o'clock. Not a soul on this beautiful golf course. I'm
Hmm.
like, yo, what the hell? Where is
Yeah.
everyone? Well, it was because like as soon as I got on the course, I played 9 holes and never played the other 9 because
Hmm.
it was 1,000 degrees,
Yeah.
super humid, like just not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's rough. You gotta like figure out your days ahead of time.
Hmm.
Like you gotta do everything super early or late in the evening.
Yeah. Yeah. So with the rentals and like the home units, like so I listen to like a lot of bigger pockets, and they're always just like you can buy into other areas, and the cap rate is important, all these different things. Do you think that you would try and buy properties in Florida or areas that you don't live in, or you're just gonna stay with like local, or how are you gonna do that?
So my ultimate end game is I want to have 100 rentals, put
Mm-hmm.
it with a management company, and just call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll buy rentals when I get to Florida, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep buying rentals in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I've built up enough of a base up here where I know people. I have they're called bird dogs, like they're wholesale real estate agents where they find the deals before they hit the market,
Mm-hmm.
and those guys come after me with deals, and like so they know what I want. I'll keep buying in Pittsburgh because it's such, I think, an emerging market.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, maybe I'll think into like different areas, like different cities that I'm not living in.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot of guys out there that do that. Like I know a guy in Texas who, I mean, dude, he has, I think, might have close to 1,000 units, and he will literally just like, I like this area, and buy
Yeah.
like 30 units in the
Yeah.
area. Like,
It's just
I
casual.
mean, yeah, just casual. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess everyone like I mean, if you get to that point, like I'm sure that's where you're at. Like,
Yeah.
but to me at the beginning level, I'm like, yo, that's just insane to me.
That's
He's like,
insane.
oh, I like this college area. Oh, I'm gonna buy 50 units here. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Do you think so? Do you think in like a post-COVID world we go back to normal in terms of like college towns being good buys, or do you think that you would avoid college towns?
Man, dude, I just would avoid college. So I went to WVU first
Uh
off. So I would 100% avoid
huh.
college towns. Like I just have like a bad taste in my mouth because man, dude, we stayed my freshman year. We stayed in this townhouse, super nice townhouse.
Yeah.
This house had to be burned down when we left.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like it was. I think our security deposit was like $1,500 for the three of us, and
Yeah.
I promise you, this house probably had like 30,000 in damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that just put a taste in my mouth where I'm like, I'm never renting to college students.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I mean, I know a lot of areas people love it,
Hmm.
but it's not something I want to deal with after just, I don't know. Morgantown's a different animal.
Yeah. Yeah. I I had a excuse me. I had a buddy who her friend had like a rental unit, and I went to University of Buffalo, and so there's like a ton of foreign exchange students and a lot of Japanese students, and apparently they had like a super baller group of like Japanese students who were like leaving at the end of the year, and they like literally ripped down the drywall and threw shit behind the drywall to the point that like it's like a how are you living in this because it smelled like death, right? Like as soon as they moved out it still smelled like death, so like this shit was just rotting in the drywall. And then two, like you threw it behind the drywall, so then they had to like actually rip down all of the drywall to clean that shit out. So it was
Dude, I
like,
saw that at Duffy too.
yeah,
Yeah, like people punching holes in walls and just like filling the wall with like garbage.
yeah,
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. College is not the play. College is not the play, man.
yeah, yeah. I've been that. Not I haven't done that, but I've been that stupid. You know what I mean? Like I've definitely been dumb. I'm still dumb as shit, but I was dumb as shit in college too, and
Oh
probably a
man,
little
dude,
dumber. I hope a little
that's so
dumber.
dumb. Like my roommate was on WU's football team,
Mm.
so like the parties we'd have were like just literally like in a three bedroom townhouse, we'd probably have like 100 people. And
Yeah,
this was like most nights of the week.
yeah. Yeah, my buddy was. Do you know Khalil Mack? He got drafted by the Raiders like 4 years
Yeah.
ago. So he came out of Buffalo when I was there, and my buddy actually was like roommates with him. And like, dude, I don't know. I don't know if this is blasphemy or not, or whatever. I'm fucking so small that this won't even matter. But dude, Khalil Mack used to come home with a different girl every night of the week, and my buddy was like, I need to stay with my girlfriend. Like, I'm not staying in that apartment. Every night he came home with a girl, and he had like three or four like box fans, like 24-inch box fans, circulating air around him. And when he slept on the bed, it was like the dorm room beds. So from his like shin down was like off the bed because he's just a monster human being. Like, so yeah,
Dude, that's
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, just absolutely absurd. I guess we'll kind of pivot and we'll hit into your specialty, which is the cards. I don't know if you want to open or if you want to close with Zion. What's the thought?
What do you mean? You want to see the Zion?
I mean, of course, I want to see the Zion.
Yeah, I just got this back, dude. I actually bought. So here, I'll give you a breakdown on the Zion.
Uh-huh.
A dude in our group. This is why you never leave the last pack of cards. A
Mhm.
dude in our group was like, he. I bought it off of him. It came as a redemption. Let me see if I can't. So like, what a redemption is, I don't have it anymore.
Mhm.
It's like there's a serial number on it. You have to scratch off, and
Mhm.
it's because they didn't sign the autograph for that exact card yet,
Okay.
and they'll send you it whenever.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had redemptions out for 3 years.
Uh.
Like, I mean, they just gave Kobe redemptions
Jeez.
because they had sitting for 5+ years.
Yeah.
Um, so a guy found one pack left of Optic at Walmart, and actually Morgantown,
Hmm.
and he was like mad. He's like, dude, they only had one pack left. Opened it up, and it was a Zion redemption to 25.
Yeah.
And so like, see if I can get
Yeah.
this light decent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to get this. Like, I don't know if it's matte, if it's too bright.
I think it's hard with like the plastic to reflect. You know what I mean? It's
That might be a little better. So like, it came back like
yeah,
nine,
that's
10,
perfect.
yeah, came back a 910, and let's see if I can show that. It's numbered to 25. There, down at the bottom.
Hmm.
So there's only 25 of them.
Yeah.
If it came back like a 10 of 10, it'd probably be worth like 25, 30 grand. As is, I don't know, dude. I'm thinking right now it might be like 15 grand,
Hmm.
but uh, I mean, cards are just insane, man. Prices are unreal. Like,
Hmm.
I I hold very little cards. That's the big thing that I'm different than most. Is most people will keep growing, keep collecting, and holding and holding. I flow through because the way I see it is, like, let's say for this Zion, for example,
Hmm.
I can hold it and maybe he becomes the next generational talent.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be worth $500,000 in the future.
Hmm.
That could happen. Or I could sell it now with that $15,000. put it into 15 cards that are $1,000 raw. And
Yep.
normally when a card's $1,000 raw, if it comes back a PSA 10, it'll probably be around like 4,000 back.
Mm-hmm.
So I could get 15, and my grade percentage is normally right around like 55-60% on what I get back PSA 10 because I'm very particular and I've done this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to do some quick math. So essentially, I'd have like
4x.
nine cards back at PSA 10 times $4,000, so $36,000 profit.
Yeah, and I'm sure the nines aren't bad. Like, I mean, So just real quick. So if you're hitting like 55-60% on 10, right? Are the rest of them nines, or are you still getting some
Yeah,
eights?
dude. I mean, occasionally I get an 8, but like I can't tell you the last time I've got anything lower than a 9 in an order back.
So you're basically
So
getting like, a 95, 97% 9 or 10 rate. Like if the 8, I'm sorry, if the 10 is worth $4,000, then the 9 is probably worth at least like 7 or 800 at a minimum, right? I would
no,
assume.
the nine is like slightly more than raw.
Yeah.
So like, sorry, my girlfriend just started playing music. I'm just asking her to shut it off.
I can't even hear it, so it's totally fine.
Oh, you're good then.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So like the nines are worth like slightly more than raw.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like those are washes. You make a couple of bucks, or you can hold them and they go up in value. But I really only mess with tens mainly.
Mhm.
But you get your money back.
Yeah.
Unless it's someone that falls off. But like I don't know. My girlfriend tells me I have an advantage in this because like I love sports, man.
Yeah.
I watch basketball. I have an NBA pass. I watch like every game during the week.
Mm-hmm.
People ask me for bets because like of how much I'm into sports. Like, yo, who do you like tonight?
Yeah.
Hence why someone just messaged me who messaged you too.
No, he didn't actually ask that.
Oh, he did?
No,
Yeah,
no.
That's what I got.
He's such a little mongrel, bro. Oh my god. I hope Wiz is the one fucking viewer right now in the chat because that would be hilarious.
He said he was going to tune in. Yeah, it's 100% has to be. I tell he's around all the time.
That's hilarious. So we were joking around, quick pause, but we were joking around on the Super Bowl. I'm like, what? I guess the better question is, what didn't you fucking bet on at this point?
Oh, me?
No. For who messaged you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. What do you mean? We had lists going back. Like, I lost my ass on the Super Bowl.
Oh really? Yo, he made a killing.
Yeah,
Bro, he made a killing.
I'm sorry, man. I'm from Pittsburgh. There's everything in my soul. I cannot bet with Tom Brady.
I get it.
I just can't do it. He's our arch enemy.
I get it, but the whole thing is you're betting against new blood talent, maybe, but you're also fighting against destiny. And at this point, like, there's no argument in my head that Tom Brady is not fucking destiny. Like,
dude,
I don't like him. But I did kind of root for him because I was like, if he can win this, like, that's incredible,
Bro, but here's another thing people don't see is Jameis Winston last year was number 1 in passing yards, right?
Yeah.
And he was also number 1 in interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even playing now.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady got put into a great situation.
Yeah.
He's a very accurate quarterback. Like, people thought like he brought Tampa Bay up, like he made them like a new team. They're already a good team. They just needed a key quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and a great tight end. Gronk was shitty in the first half, but came through in the clutch.
Dude, Ronald Jones solid, and then you bring Fournette in to as a pound back.
And Fournette was a monster.
Yeah, when they picked that up, I was like, when he got cut, I was like, yo, please Steelers, please God, pick him up. Like I need this. No, we're just gonna keep running with our trash backs.
Yeah. So now, have you made long shot? So like, obviously, you don't want to bet with Tom Brady, and so I assume you didn't make that kind of a bet. But like, once you see Fournette go, which is the running back, I guess, for people who don't know, and then Tom Brady, and you see, I mean, so you're more aware of the stat line, right? So if Winston is doing that good, you plug Tom Brady in there, Fournette in there, and Gronk. And granted, Gronk had a slow start, but like, part of you has to be sitting there in the preseason going, let me just put $25 on them winning the Super Bowl.
No, dude, I can't do it.
You can't do it?
Here's the funniest part. My boy from Pittsburgh, like diehard black and gold fan too. He was like, dude, I'm betting on Tampa Bay. I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? And he goes, I literally, he's like, I've lost $50,000 betting against Tom Brady in my life.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm betting with him.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I lose, it's great. Tom Brady lost too.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting beat up again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's definitely one of those things. Um, so I okay. So we'll pivot back to the cards. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
really good. I guess they're not gonna have your eyes. So do you want to give away what you look for in cards? Like obviously we've talked about it a little bit and you've kind of helped out. I don't want you to, whatever. If you don't want to give it up, you don't
Man,
have to give.
like literally, I tell everyone the same thing, dude. Like it. I mean, I've done it for so long. Like I know I have a couple guys I know that have done it for so long that they will look at a card and in a second it's either a 9 or a 10. Like it's really easy to tell if it's a 9 or a 10. But it's a risk. So you just try to get them as best as possible. The centering is a big one. So like, let me see.
I guess
So like,
I guess we'll back out like a little bit in terms of the situation, right? So for grading cards, right? What are they looking for?
so like, corners is a big one. Surface, if it's clean, no scratches, stuff, no imperfections, and then centering is another big one. Realistically, like centering and scratches and corners, like you can tell those pretty well. The centering is the one people have the biggest hard time with. But if you look at the right products, like I put guides in Apex. I've been really busy right now, like the last like couple weeks, and I have not put any card guides out. I feel terrible, but like there's nothing I can do, dude. I make no money off of Apex. I did card guides just to try to help people out because people were buying dumb things, and I couldn't watch it anymore. But like with centering and stuff, like centering, there's normally always some sort of border you can look at.
Yeah.
So like with Prism basketball, there's normally like dots. I see, like I'd hold this card up, but like I doubt I can get it to work right.
I can show you. I mean, this works a little bit better, right?
Oh yeah, that's actually way better. Yeah, see, like with the yellow lines, you can tell centering. They have that tool on Amazon that you can set on top of that.
Yeah.
That will help with your centering as well.
Yeah. They also make an app too.
Yeah, I know, but I don't trust that thing for crap.
I mean, the app is definitely not going to be as good, but for somebody who just wants something that they always have, the app for free, like you look at things. I don't know. It was pretty relevant. I had the Champion's Path Charizard, the Rainbow one. I don't know if you're as familiar with.
Oh, what do you mean? I had one of those too.
Oh yeah.
I got, and I sold mine like raw for a lot, like right at the beginning, and I am happy I did.
Dude, I didn't get shit for it.
What'd you get for it?
Bro, I got a 9 and a raw, and I sold it for $550.
Bro, I think I sold my raw like right at the beginning for like 600 some bucks.
Dude, Rishi, so shout out to Rishi. He's episode.
Oh, really? Rishi pulled more Charizards than anyone I've ever seen in mankind. His pull rate like pissed me off. I was like, I'm not even opening packs anymore because every time this guy opens one out every pack.
Dude, Rishi. So I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't know shit about pull rates. I didn't know shit about cards. I'm impulsive and I'm kind of stupid, and so like he pulled
That's
all
how
that
cards
shit.
start, though.
Yes.
It takes a while, dude. I'm not like sidebar. Like when I first started, man, I bought my cousin is huge with cards. Like I mean, he's the one that got me into it. And when I first started, dude, I saw values of cards, but I didn't know any better. So like I'd be like, yo, this pack looks sick. These cards look cool. Yeah. And I was just buying dumb stuff. Yeah. Like you're saying, I was impulsive. And then you thought they'd have value, but they don't. There's like a very select set in each sport that carries a high dollar value. And that's where you really got to stick to.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I saw his hit rate and it was like, dude, he hit I think 6 Charizards out of 10 or something like that. Like something absurd.
Yeah, I hit 1 out of 10.
So Rishi hit 6 out of 10. And I was talking to Rishi at that point. Like Rishi just like talked in chat a lot, and so did Frank. And like, dude, the three of us used to like talk a ton. And like Rishi's focusing on like pure Pokemon, and Frank is focusing on like a ton of Yeezys. And I'm kind of just doing this and whatever, just trying to not lose money in stocks apparently. But regardless of that, like I see the 6 out of 10 and I go, okay, that's a good hit rate. If I open 6, should hit 2, right? Like I'm using his math to apply to my cards. His
math was the most twisted math.
So I open 5 and I hit 1 and I go, All right, and then I ordered a sixth one through another website that I'm not gonna give up because fuck it, but another website. And so I opened the sixth one and I hit a second. And so I had originally sent in the first one from opening the first five, and that comes back, and I'm like, these will go up. They didn't go up. And so, like, after watching the value go down for months, I was finally just like, I need cash, and I just got rid of it. But I thought I could, like, that would be like a Charizard come up and it would bounce back and whatever. But nobody likes Champions Path anymore.
So man, that's like I mess with Pokemon a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, I had a Venusaur first edition,
Mm-hmm.
like straight up first edition, like from back in my days.
Yeah.
Like whenever it started kicking off, like I went home to my mom's and grabbed my cards,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a first edition '99 Venusaur
Mm-hmm.
that I think I sold for a couple grand. It probably would have graded like a PSA 6.
Yeah.
And if it was like a Blastoise or a Charizard, I would have kept it.
Yeah.
But it was a Venusaur, and I was like, "Yeah, you're not that cool." So like, I'll give it to you. But like, dude, with sports, it's just so much different, man. Like, because you're not going off a hype. I mean, there's still hype there. Like
Mhm.
some guys will. I mean, that there's always hype that drives value, but it's not like cards. The
Yeah.
hype gets driven by their talent,
Yes.
and like it's not always about what they do like as a whole. It's always about like one aspect. So like I tell people, I think you've heard in the group, like people are like, yo, this player's better than like Trey Young. Like Tatum's
Mhm.
better than Trey Young.
Yeah.
Trey Young's cards were going higher because Trey Young just puts up points.
Yeah.
Like Tatum's better with like rebounds, assists, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But people care about points
Yeah.
in NBA.
Yeah.
Points. That's it. They don't care about the other stuff.
Yeah.
They care about home runs
Pure offense.
in baseball. And yeah, that's all it is. And that's why QBs are the only thing that are of any value in the NFL,
Mhm.
is because that's all they care about is
Yeah.
scoring. And so it's easier to track, man. Like Wander Franco is like the guy that's coming out. Like he's like top charts on everyone's watch list for MLB. Like
Mhm.
this dude is supposed to be like, I mean, he's supposed to be like once in a generation talent.
Mhm.
And he's on the Rays. We'll see what happens. Rays might be feast this year. But like I posted, so like in the group in Apex, one of the first guides I put out, I think, was, I'm gonna open it up right now. I think it was my Mookie Betts call.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw that. I think it was too early, and I was like, eh. I wasn't as into cards at that point, where I was like still trying to get into it. I have a couple of. I'll show off some of the cards that I bought because of you while you're looking at. So we got the. I'm 90% sure this is from you. So this is,
Darren Fox.
yeah, Darren
Yeah, dude,
Fox.
he's been crushing.
Yeah, and then I
What
went
did
and I scooped
Are
the.
you on Hard Ladder at all?
So Wiz put me onto that, but it's a subscription, and I was a little iffy on it.
What's the subscription? What is the
19,
price?
$20, something like that, a month,
Like,
I think.
bro, I don't know, man. I hit subscribe. I've never seen it come out of my bank account. It's either that or it's only like the smallest amount ever that I just don't even see it come out of my
Yeah,
bank account.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. So I just wanted to pull up the Aaron Fox on here.
Mhm.
Dude, it's epic. It makes life so much easier.
I will be reaching out to you because I couldn't actually utilize the site. That is what, Card Ladder? You said
Card ladder, yeah.
Card Ladder. That's like price
So
tracking.
so you have the Aaron Fox Hollow, right?
Yeah, yeah. The Gem Mint 10 purple.
Oh, you got a purple?
I believe so. Off the top of my head, I put it back.
Is it like blue and silver? Or is it purple?
It does say purple. Yeah, it says purple.
Yours says purple.
Yeah, I think that was the call that you made. Yeah, 90% sure. It does
Uh,
show like a blue, but it says purple. I ordered purple.
you just figured, might as well say purple. I mean, if that's the one I posted, dude, I put so many guides in here. I'm trying to scroll through. Nah, it just says hollow. I think how much did you pay for yours?
Uh, let's see. We'll switch over to eBay real quick. Yeah, I mean, dude, I've been making. I started making calls myself. There was calls about.
Oh yeah, I see the purple. I put hollow, but you got the purple.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's at like 300 right now.
Nice.
What
Let's
did you
see.
pay for it?
I want to say like whatever you put it in the guide for. I never pay more than like $10 over what your call is because
Yeah, I
I
posted
trust.
like 270.
Yeah, I always trust. If you're making the call, then I usually trust it.
So like here's like where some of this started off. Like the first guy I put out
240.
was like Trey Young, right?
Yeah.
I put the target buy for his raw cards at like $75, dude.
Mm,
And his PSA 10s were I put at 450. His
mm,
PSA 10s were at like 750 at one point this season already.
yeah.
So like there's that one. But the big one early on I put out was Mookie Betts, the one that I really liked. The
Mm,
raw target price because like dude, Mookie, he's just a monster. He's on a dominant team.
yeah.
They just got Trevor Bauer, the Dodgers. Like they're stacked to just win
Yeah.
championships.
Yeah.
And Mookie's bat has been there since day one.
Yeah.
And so his Bowman Chromes, they were $25 a card raw.
Yeesh. Yeah.
I said I bought hundreds of these.
Bet the house.
Yeah. Oh,
Bet the
dude.
house.
I mean, for $25 a card, what do you mean? Like, I could care less. I think Raws are like 75 or something now.
Yeah.
PSA 10s are selling for 560.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Dude, so for $45 a card, you have over 1,000% return.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And when did I post that out? 8. So like 6 months ago, in a
Yeah.
6-month period, if you really want, like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get shit like that.
No. No. Definitely not. So what grading service would you use based on that? That's like the 2 month.
That's so like here's where it's gotten really tricky recently is grading.
Yeah.
Because I would always send the $20 economy and it's $20, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I would be able to buy these Mookies at $25 and I'd send cards like this to grade.
Mm.
But now that they got rid of the economy and the grading is so backed up, dude, I have probably 8 orders that have been sitting there that I sent economy before they canceled economy. So they've been there for like 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense because, like I said earlier, I'm all about making your money, dumping it back, pumping and dump. Just
Yeah.
keep it rolling.
Mhm.
So the strategy has kind of changed for me now where I'm looking at higher end cards that, cost $500 raw.
Yeah.
So I can send them out with that $50, grade
Mhm.
and it won't be as big of a percentage.
Yeah. For
Because
the
if I
people in
send
the chat, what's a $500 call card?
huh?
For the 2 people in chat who are watching, what's a $500 card call?
I don't know, probably like a Tatis, like X Fractor or something.
All right.
Or Wonder. You could get a Wonder Franco purple for like 300. That'd probably be what I'm heavy on Wonder Franco, along with everyone else in the industry right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is.
Mhm.
But I mean, there's guys like Josh Bell for the Pirates, Pittsburgh, whatever.
Mm.
I bought a bunch of his cards, and I spent like $600 on 4 cards, and one's numbered to 5, one's numbered to 25, and 2 are numbered to 50.
Mhm.
He just went to the Nats. His price jumped.
Yeah.
As soon as he plays great, because he will, because he's not on the fucking Pirates anymore.
Yeah.
His card's gonna go way up. Like
Yeah.
I literally bought his cards just waiting for him to get traded. I'm
Yeah.
like, as soon as he gets traded, he'll be great.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he won't hit the All-Star game. It's just he's on the Pirates. They're terrible.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But like the Bowman Red or the Bowman Superfractor, like those are like the cards.
Mhm.
Like I think Trout's Superfractor sold for what, almost 2 million recently.
Mhm.
And I have the red of Josh Bell that's a BGS 9510.
Nice.
I have Kiki Hernandez, it's a BGS 9510. I have, man, dude, so here's the thing. I don't keep a lot of cards like my big cards here either. That's another thing with me because insurance purposes. I don't want to carry the extra insurance. Like I said earlier, my cousin is really big into cards and he has like great insurances.
Mhm.
So I just send him my stuff.
Nice.
Dude, I mean, you gotta think of it like just think of Zion and for general. Like I have probably 15 cards that are of equal or greater value to that card.
Mhm.
If I have them all sitting in my office, even if I put them in a safe, I live in an apartment complex. If something were to happen, if something were to burn down, like the amount I'd have to pay out for insurance every month just to ensure, these cards would be astronomical.
what's the, I guess, the minimum coverage that's on a home insurance policy? Do you know?
I think for an apartment, it's like 100,000.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, for you, that's wild. For me, I mean, yeah, I have, some stuff, but nothing like that. The
I
only
mean,
thing I have like that is the
yeah,
Charizard.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, dude. I mean, it gets up there, like, and I mean, these cards grow.
Yeah.
Like, like in the amount of time that I have had those orders sit,
Mm,
like, I plug each order in the card ladder. I'm literally looking at an order right now of like 30 cards,
mm.
and it was total investment was $2,600, and my total value is 15,000.
Woo! God damn, bro. Fuck stocks, right?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
dude, that's the thing. Like, especially in our group, dude. Our card chat's been dead because of like the stock add-in,
Yeah.
and this cards like people think that cards are a bubble as well, and they're gonna over time fall off.
Mm.
Dude, they've been around forever. If you buy the right cards, like the stuff that's gonna fall off is like the
Comments.
base cards. The base cards is what blows my mind right now.
Yeah.
Like $700 for a base card. Trey Young's base would have been like $4.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like a raw one's like $150 for a base card.
Yeah.
There's 30,000 PSA 10
Yeah.
base cards.
Yeah.
That, those that won't stick. The cards that will stick are like the stuff that I really buy and hold on to, are like like to 25
Yeah.
or like this Aiton.
Mm.
It's red, white, and blue. It's not terrible, but it's not a base card. Or like, what's this one? This Jonathan Isaac is to 100.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like that kind of stuff will always have value,
Mm.
and it's just always going to be there. The institutional investors are what's really like cranked the money up lately, because people are adding cards to their portfolio because I think Forbes put out, Wiz sent it to me
Yeah.
actually. It was like the top 5 performers of 2020 was like Pokemon was number one, sports cards was number two, Bitcoin was number three, and Tesla was number four. Those were your best returns in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I believe it. Yo, Tesla. I mean, Tesla's a fucking bubble unto itself, right? Like, I mean, you have Tesla does a reverse split, and that's usually not a good sign. They issue more shares, and we're just gonna go up 30% that day. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, bro, it's unreal. Like, I mean, I mess with stocks a lot too, and like, dude, there's just so much. Like, to be honest, the best thing I ever did was build my PC.
Hmm.
I built a PC. I have 6 screens of just pure anarchy.
Jesus Christ, 6 screens? How do you even? How do you situate 6 screens? Obviously, you can't really move the camera. I'm assuming, but
It,
like,
it's 3 and 3.
and they're all horizontal.
Yeah, they're
Oh
all
my
it's
god!
3 curved and 3 curved.
What are you in? Like getting a suntan sitting in that
Oh,
screen?
bro. What do you mean? Why do you think I have like the gold? Why do you think I have like the gold glasses right now?
Yeah, yeah. So
Like, I like my eye literally, like, I'll play like, dude, it's bad because I'll have like, the funny thing is, like, I do a bunch of stocks with it. I do a bunch of things in general,
mhm,
and so what I'll do is I'll have like, this basketball game here, this basketball game over on this side,
mm,
and then up here like a Bitcoin ticker, up here like another ticker, and
mm,
then in the middle League of Legends, me just gaming like a motherfucker, and
yeah,
then Discord right in the center above me. Like,
nice, nice.
my girlfriend hates it. Like, she's like, you're like, can you come hang out with me, please?
But the screens.
I'm just like, I mean, dude, like, it just, I don't know, like, the way everything's so digital, like, me and Wiz talk about all the time, it's the pandemic, man.
Mhm,
I've made more money sitting at my computer this year
mm,
than most people make just regularly,
yeah, yeah,
working a 9 to 5. Even, I don't know. It's just, you don't have to go places anymore
yeah,
to make money.
yeah. I think people are. I think that pre-pandemic people lacked a lot of time, and now people are just very distractible. Like as crazy as it is, like, and as distractible as this podcast is, right? Like, I feel like we've been talking 20 minutes, we've been talking 50 minutes, which is insane. I just looked at the timer, but like
Yeah,
that
that's unreal.
that
Yeah.
that that felt like 20 minutes personally, right? And so, I think people are very distractible. I think people are very just aloof, and they want to be, they want to sit at my TV's over here. They just want to watch TV and they just want to putz. And it takes a little bit of work to do what you're doing. And not knowing what the returns are, people just go, but I'd rather watch, a quarter of the Netflix subscription because they just came out with a new season or whatever the fucking bullshit is. So, it's too easy to me to not be doing it, but still somehow people skip it.
Dude, yeah, like I talk to Wiz all the time. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but like, dude, it's so easy to make money
Yeah.
digitally anymore. Like,
Yeah.
truthfully, like, I have 3 streams just from, so like, with let's just say there's cards, shoes,
Mm.
and stocks, all
Yeah.
on, all just chilling.
Yeah.
I play video games in the middle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
all works, dude. And it all makes money. And I mean, not even like shoes is like the most minimal aspect of my book anymore. Like,
Mhm.
I like shoes; they're fun.
Yeah.
I have a couple bots that I run, and like I make money with them. But like,
Mm.
truthfully, I feel like the only reason I do shoes anymore is to get free shoes for myself.
Yeah.
It's like I tell myself, if I get enough pairs that I can sell them and pay for one of my other pair, like a
Mhm.
personal pair, then I'll keep a personal pair.
Yeah.
So that's really like, dude, it's too hard with all these guys with the big money dumping anymore for the
Mhm.
shoe game. Like you saw those people with the hundreds of pairs of backdoor trophy rooms and stuff
That's
like
insane.
that.
Insane.
Like,
Yeah.
who was it? Was it Benjamin Kicks who like got interviewed and they were talking to him about it, and he was like, he's like, yeah, like these bots, people with these bots, like like Wrath, Cyber, like the good bots, they do
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
But like he's like, I pay coders. He's like, I like pay them like $20,000 for like this drop to get like this many shoes and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's all about how much you spend. I mean, and
It's
like,
another level.
yeah, and for every pair of shoes, I can have in that same amount of space, 400 cards.
Yeah.
It cost me $3 to ship instead of $20.
Yeah. And there was no competition. There was no sweat.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah, I think my twofold, not that I write off shoes. I think that shoes are cool, and I think that, like, I personally have become a lot more of a shoe head through the, pandemic, like you like to say. And I think that I started keeping some personals, right? Because, like, money started becoming a little more easy. I got a pay raise at work. I worked 40 straight weeks of 6 days a week through the pandemic. I was given one face mask and I was told good luck. And I worked 40 something straight weeks through the pandemic of 6 days a week, which was a ton of overtime. Money's flowing a little bit freely because I was blessed to have a job, but, blessed to have overtime. And so, it became one of those things that, okay, this is great, but whatever. And I'm really starting to pivot where it's like, instead of sweating drops and, sweating getting a personal pair, I'm starting to think that maybe the way to go is, like, pick a shoe that's going to be a good investment. Pick up 10 of them. Start with 10, right?
That's what
Now,
Drew does.
yes, yes. Now you pick
Drew
up
loves it.
pick up 10 pairs of ones, 10 pairs of threes, fours, tens, 11s, whatever it is, the classics. And or Yeezys, right? Like Frank at the Disco, who I've had on the podcast, like, he likes to buy Yeezy 350s. If you buy a cream or a white colored, off white colored Yeezy, hey, you hold it until the springtime, it's gonna go up. It's that easy. So now you do
Oh, dude,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I know. Like, I got these. Like, I bought a bunch of these fragments, dude, because they're like super low.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fragments, dude. I think I got them for like $300 a pair. I think they're like over 400 right now.
Mm.
Like, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's just it. To be truthful, dude, once it's hard to get that first, $5,000 in your bank account.
Mhm.
That first $5,000 is the hardest thing that you could ever do.
Yeah.
But once you get that first 5,000, if you invest it appropriately, it grows so exponentially that it gets to a point where it just does it on its own.
Mhm.
If you're smart about things, like if you do the cards, if you do the right things with shoes, if you say buy, so like you could buy Wrath for $5,000 and rent it out for $300 a week.
Mhm.
It's the same thing as as like a home rental,
Yeah.
and you're making it's actually your return rate's even better. I thought about buying 10 bots and renting them, but then I did.
Yeah.
Then I was like, yeah, I just feel like someone would like weasel me at some point,
Mm.
and crack my code, like crack my key, and then I'd be screwed out of a bot.
Yeah.
But like, there's always ways, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, it's something, I guess, so we got a question from Samter. I'll ask it, but it was something I got robbed when I went to Colorado in June, right? And the thought process that went through my head is like, it's okay, like, did I get robbed because this guy didn't have the opportunities to make money? And what I've come to realize is like, not that it's a guarantee, but like a lot of people who we'll call it middle class people who are not making a lot more, but if you hustle, you can make money. If you don't have a job, you can still make money. You know what I mean? Like it's really
Yeah,
just that time and that brain aspect. Because like you're saying, right? Like you were scooping cards that are 25 that are now worth 45. The return on investment just for 25 to 45 is pretty good. But now if you grade it and you wait 6 months, you make a fuck ton of money, right? Like relative,
yeah, you can
relative.
make like $500 a card.
Yes, yes. And so, it was one of those things of like, do I blame this person for me getting robbed? And then like I can't live in a world that just says, oh, he has no opportunities. Like not knowing the person, obviously, right? Because he didn't get arrested. He came up behind me at a store and then took my package and then ran away with it. And I chased him. And even though I'm decently fit, I got fucking smoked like a bitch ass, and I felt like a beta male. So
What was in your package, bro?
uh, I I can't say on the stream, to be
You
perfectly
can't,
honest.
you can't say, all right. I could imagine
Yes,
something.
yes.
Yeah, I could
I was in
imagine.
Colorado. Was just
Yeah,
was
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. I could quite imagine.
yeah. And so okay, so we'll pivot. So Samter asked, what kind of cards do you actually like to open?
Dude, I love opening them all.
Yeah.
But here's the issue that's driving me crazy right now. Is I used to buy a case of, so I'd get a case of Prism basketball, a case, 12 hobby boxes.
Mhm.
It cost me, $3,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, a case of Prism hobby basketball from last year, I think it's like $50,000 now.
Woo. Wow.
So like, yeah, it's so like in our group, I talk to Z about it all the time about the amount of product I had before this boom. Like the boom is really on sealed product is what I'm starting to like realize more or
Mhm.
less. And the boom before the boom, man, I opened so much worth of cards like that it makes me sick.
Yeah.
Like Zion's rookie year, I opened $5,000 worth of cards that if they were still sealed would be worth $90,000.
God damn. Holy shit. That's insane.
But like, yeah, man. So like I'm sure what he's really wondering is like, what really are the go-to cards for each sport? But
Yeah.
like I put in the group before, it's you know, with NBA, like National Treasures is king for NBA and
Mm.
football. But like National Treasures, no normal human being is going to get a hold of.
Mm.
They are, I think, like $5,000 for a box with
Wow.
like that has like 10 cards in it. Like
Whew.
I don't even know the stats on this year. Yeah, man, but like a Zion National Treasures RPA is probably over 100,000.
Yeah. Wow.
But after that, it goes to Prism for basketball,
Mm.
and then you have Select in there, and then Optic and Mosaic. They're Mosaic's getting towards the tail end, but like those top four, Prism, Select, Optic, and Mosaic, really will always make you money. And
Mm.
then with baseball, truthfully, I stick to there's pretty much two products. It's Bowman Chrome,
Mm.
but it just depends on which card. Like the way Bowman runs for baseball, it's like there's Bowman draft picks, which is where they put guys that are still in the farm system,
Yeah.
and then there's Bowman, and then there's Bowman Chrome. But out of all three of those products, you can pull a Bowman Chrome,
Mm.
and that's the GOAT card. Let me see. I think I got one here. Give me a sec.
All right.
So like this is like what you're looking for in Bowman.
Okay.
It'll say like first Bowman on it. Like
Mm.
with the Mookies, it says like first, and then over here. And this came out of, I believe, it was 2009 draft picks.
Mm.
But they're all Chromes. Chromes come out of Bowman draft picks, Bowman Chrome, and Bowman.
Yeah.
And that's the king card for baseball, is a Bowman Chrome auto.
Yeah.
But like That's what I'm saying. If you stick to these strict set of products, you're gonna make money.
Mm-hmm.
If you get them retail, you rip them open.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. Like guys in our group sell them, and it's because they don't see like the long term investment.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is I mean, look behind me. Like I have a library, like cards. My whole closet's cards.
Yeah.
I'll open, as many as I can, sleeve them all up, put them in a container, and put them in my closet. Mark, like 2019 Prism basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And then, 2 years down the road, someone gets hot, and I know I have a bunch of them in my library.
Yeah.
Just pull them out, send them out, and it's free money.
Yeah.
It's money that's been sitting in your closet. Like I've made thousands that way. Just like you're bored, you got nothing better to do on like a Saturday, just start going through, see who's hot and who's not right now.
Yeah. That easy.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Like that's what I try to tell people. It's really not that hard, man. The trick of it is getting the ability to buy the cards like well enough, like centered enough, clean enough, good enough corners.
So now, have you didn't make any of the Pokemon calls then, right?
No, I made the Charizard.
Yeah.
Dude, I made the Charizard that when I made the call to buy it, I think let me pull that one up. I can't remember. I remember me and Wiz were talking about it. It was up like 700% after a month after I said to buy it.
Nice.
Yeah, Shadowless Zard, PSA 8, $430. What's it at now?
Insanity.
$1,000.
Yeah,
no, that's not even 8. Let me click sold. My dang eBay. $3,500.
Nice. Jesus Christ, I must have missed that one. Fuck. I didn't know you made a Charizard call. Oh man.
830.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. I was like, I told Wiz I'm gonna get more calls back in our group, but like I said, man, it's hard for me like with the projects I'm running right now, and like it's always this time of year is like my busiest time of year.
Yeah.
This is where I make my money, like my big time money, and then the rest of the year I can chill. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I mean, for my birthday's at the end of the month. I'm gonna go snowboard somewhere, hopefully.
Nice. The West Coast has not gotten snow, so you might actually, depending on what the snow forecast is, be better off going to Vermont or New Hampshire.
Dude, Stowe is like my favorite mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been to like parts of Utah. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Tremblant. Like I've been like everywhere, and I still like Stowe the best.
Yeah.
I don't know. My buddy lives up in Saratoga Springs, New York. It's like 2 hours out.
Yep.
So it's always nice. It's like chill. I'd go drive to his place. Grab some dinner, kick it for a day or two, and then just go snowboard.
Nice. Have you ever been to Wolf Creek in Colorado?
No.
No. So Wolf Creek is like much smaller. It's like a much smaller end, snowboarding place. I went there. They had 12 inches of snow. Bro, I was falling, and you go to get up, and you just go down to your shoulder into the snow. Like it was insane. It was last year, right before the pandemic fucking hit. And
dude, yeah,
it's
the
amazing.
powder's the worst. I hate the powder, man.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Like a heavy powder day out west, man. Like I'm just so used to East Coast stuff where it's just like so rock solid all the time.
Yeah.
You're so tired after a heavy powder day. Like you're so tired. I remember like literally like sitting down mid run, just being like, all right, I gotta sit down for a minute. And
well,
I
the length of the run. The length.
I wrote marathon and I had to sit down.
Yeah. Yeah. The length of the run always kills me. Like, we were doing runs and it was like 20 minutes. And I'm like sitting there like, when the fuck? Like, probably not 20 minutes. Probably like legitimately, I don't know, 8-10 minutes. But like, dude, you're doing the run and you're like, I'm heavy breathing because I'm at altitude and like I got the face mask on for the cold. And like, you're just working for so fucking long. You get to the bottom, your legs are jello. You're fucking sitting there shaking like, what the fuck is this thing? And then, you do it 10 more times. But
there's like a run on Killington that was like, I think it's like 11 miles long.
Oh yeah, I don't think I haven't been to Killington since I was a kid. So
yeah, Killington's sick too. Like it's, I mean, I like Stowe better, but Killington was also sick. They're both epic. They're both in a great location. That little Burlington town right outside, like It's
Yep.
cool as hell. Get some cool people in there.
Mm.
Killington, we stayed at this place that had an outdoor pool.
Yeah.
So there's like 5 feet of snow and then a heated pool in
Yeah.
ground. I was like, yo, this is epic.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll kind of just close out. Like, what do you think is going to happen in terms of like the space? You think it keeps on going? You think this is like a little bit of a bubble? You think, like we said earlier, avoid comments like the plague, or what's the thoughts?
So like, dude, I mean, don't get caught holding shit. It's
Mm-hmm.
like stocks. I attribute cards to stocks all the
Mm-hmm.
time. It's the easiest way to put it. Like, don't wait and think like, this has always been my mentality. Don't be like, maybe this guy card goes up an extra $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Sell it now. Get
Yeah.
your money out.
Yeah.
Then you won't get trapped. That's
Yeah.
why, like I said, I don't hold many cards. Like I don't. I have like a Jordan and like a LeBron and
Mm-hmm.
like stuff like that, like minimal.
Mm-hmm.
But those guys are like, they're cards that'll never change.
Yeah.
But everything else, man, the commons will pop. The base cards will pop. I'm gonna say like 2-3 years, and the value it's still gonna be there. I don't see it dropping off to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way it can go from seven
Nuclear.
hundred dollars back down to five.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
And with influencers like Gary Vee and Logan Paul and all these influencers pumping, and now like Steve Aoki pumping,
Yes.
and all these guys getting into the card game, like I think 2-3 years will be base card dropout.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the value just intrinsically for like everything will stay the same. It's
Yeah.
always gonna be there.
Yeah.
Baseball cards have been around forever. They've been worth money forever.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. I just literally last question, and then I you can
You're good. I'm
closing,
hungry.
but I have to ask, what's the take on digital cards? The NBA Top Shot. I mean, it's gonna work its way into baseball. It's gonna be football. It's gonna be everything
Hockey
again.
already has it. I think baseball has it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I knew it was
Hockey
pending.
has it. Bro, man. So being like dealing with some big time cards, I know some big time guys. I know
Mm.
a dude that made like 300 plus grand off Top Shot, right?
Wow.
And he is also the guy telling me right now people are not able to take their money out
Mm.
and money is disappearing.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean the money's disappearing? Like it's not in
So
the account?
yeah, no, like it's in the account, but it's already like spent. Like it's not like there. There's been some rumors lately about some things that if you have money in there, take it. I'd take it out.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to. I mean, I don't want to say it because like people in our group love it, and like people, I just don't trust it. I put $34 in there. I
Mm.
think I have like almost 3 grand now, literally after just putting $34 in.
Yeah.
So like, if I lose that 3 grand, I'm like whatever. But for the people that are really like counting on that money, like they
Yeah.
need it. I wouldn't trust it, man. Like
Huh.
it's unproven digital currency, man.
Yeah.
I mean, digital art's the same way though,
Mm.
and it's doing great.
Yeah.
But me, I'm a little old timer, man. I'd rather have this in my hand, something solid, real,
Mm.
that is an actual commodity than that.
Yeah. Now, so something that I've noticed, right, like with say like New York City, right, like New York City catches a wave and then it explodes everywhere else, right, like California and New York, right, those two. But something that's popular in California and New York will start popping up in other places. And like an example of this is like designer desserts, right? Like you have like the Thai rolled ice cream. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you ever seen that?
Like,
Like
what is it?
Thai rolled ice cream. They like
I've never
roll.
heard of Thai rolled, but I know they have rolled ice cream in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
Yes.
it's fire.
So that's like a Thai thing. It came from Thailand, and so like
All right.
one of the first people who brought it was actually like one of my buddies. I actually I need to. It's just whatever. I need to have him on the podcast. But business owner, he started up like the first one that came to America and stuff like that, and he ended up opening like 6 of them. But basically, the long and short is New York gets things first, California gets things first, whatever. Cards, physical cards, probably have like things first. What do you think is like a wave that you could possibly ride into NBA Top Shot that's like maybe not actualized?
What do you mean, like something to do inside a Top Shot that like
Yeah,
might make money?
like a
I mean,
trend.
like realistically, it's just getting packs.
Mm,
Like I wouldn't buy cards.
mm,
Like if you can get packs, hold packs, and resell packs, I think that's probably your safest bet.
mm.
But even those legendary packs that just came, they're $1,000,
Yes.
man. Like I I'm really weary with Top Shot.
Mm,
I keep wanting to get in full fledged, but I just can't do it yet.
mm.
Maybe
That's
one day I'll look back on it and be like, oh man, I wish I would have got in.
yeah.
But you know what? I'm comfortable and I'm safe with
Mm,
what I'm doing now. Like I don't think I think that there's too much risk with little, not enough reward.
mm. No, I definitely understand. I mean, I didn't hear anything about the whatever the other issues that you were talking about, but it's definitely an interesting take, and so you're honestly at this point like you're basically an expert on cards, right? So I trust the opinion, I trust the take. It's definitely guaranteed money to just hold packs, which yeah, I wish that I was able to hit that pack. I think I had like list number like 700 and I still didn't fucking get it, which is absurd. But
For
they just
what?
continue for the legendary packs.
Really? I'm glad. I didn't even try. I was like, there's not a shot. I'm not spending $1,000 on a digital pack of cards.
Dude,
I'm not playing it.
I was like, fuck it. I don't know. I had money. I bought a common LeBron card. It was like $100. I resold that for like 500. Ripped another pack. Got $400 out of that from like a challenge.
Bro, I pulled a LE LeBron like out of 7,500 out of like a base series 2 pack.
That's awesome.
And I sold it and that's where I got like all my money in my
Yeah.
account from. Wizards was like, you gotta hold that. And I was like, yeah, I thought about it and I just dumped it. I was like, I don't care. It's fantasy. Like, I mean, but then
Yeah.
there's Bitcoin that's the same thing that has absolutely nothing backing it and is worth $48,000 right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
It's the new
knows, man?
wave, bro. The young
Here,
generation believes in everything.
I'm gonna try. Well, we'll see. I'm not on that wave yet.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep with, Topps Chrome Baseball will be out soon. Prism NBA. I'll be there for those.
I mean, you're making money, bro. Like, the returns that I mean, think about it. Okay, if you hopped in Bitcoin, right, 4 years ago, you buy the bottom, then you get crushed through COVID. Maybe you don't sell, maybe you do, but it hits 3,500. You buy back in. Okay, but like, how much money have you made in the past 4 years that crypto is not amounting to, right? Like, there's no like, even if you bought just the low with all of the money you would have thrown in at 3,500, like your 4 years worth of returns since the last high until now would have probably more than like
Oh,
obliterated that.
it would blow it away. That's what I
Yeah,
try to tell people, man. Like, you put it if you just keep putting it back in. Like,
yeah.
I know we want to cut this short because I'm hungry as hell. But
Oh, good.
dude, Rich from in here,
No.
Rich Cards and Brews. The dude was like pulling like tons of cards. Dude, he's opening a card shop now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, and he started with like, I mean, he was like, there's people that DM me that like they do ask like real questions and spend like real money.
Mhm.
And he literally started out, and now he's literally opening a card shop, and he has it set up with like a distributor,
That's
and
awesome.
sold like 100,000 worth of cards.
Mm, that's
Like
insane.
it's there. It's not hard to do. Within a year, you could probably turn 10 grand into easily 300 in 1 year.
Wow, that's
Maybe
impressive.
I'll set like a Discord challenge. Be
Yeah.
like 10 grand to 300.
Like a stock challenge.
There's a stock group I'm in. The dude did like 1,000 to 1 million in
Mm,
like 200 business days.
Jesus, good for him.
Yeah, like
Some people got
what?
the fucking hand, bro. Like I've been saying, yo, if you got the hot hand, you play the shit out of that. You know what I mean?
Bro, 1,000 to a million.
Yeah, yeah.
Now he's at like 280 days with like his new goal is 30 million. I think he's at like 14 million at like
Oh my
280
god.
days from $1,000.
Yeah, he's got the touch, huh? Holy shit.
You can buy his program too. I keep wanting to thinking about it, but I'm like, I don't got time for that shit right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm yeah, my time constraint is gonna be high coming out of probably March, but we'll see what happens. I'll tell you about why after the podcast. But yeah, I mean, I just figured I gotta show it off. So this is the 10. I gotta if we're gonna
Oh,
talk.
it's sexy.
Yeah, that's the actual like Evolutions 10. I think this is
Dude,
number 192 out of like the whole thing. So
did
um
you?
I pulled it. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's epic.
Yeah. Well, so the funny story behind that is, so I bought a bunch of Costco boxes, and I was gonna rip some, whatever, and I had two Evolution boxes in it, two Evolutions packs, and so I go, all right, well maybe maybe I'll get rid of some. I bought like a bunch because I wanted to hold them, and then one day I just go fuck it, and I'm ripping through all the packaging. Way too much packaging, by the way. It's a box this big with 5 promos in each, 5 packs in each, and like, why do you have so much plastic and cardboard?
Was
Whatever.
it those giant Jirachi boxes?
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
pulled that out of a Jirachi box?
Like 30 of them, but yes. So
Like 30.
yeah. So I ordered them. I spent, I don't know, 370 whatever. And like I said, like I wanted something to like be able to hold whatever. And so I go to start ripping them, and I open up all the packs, and all I hit was this guy, reverse hollow 9, right? Nothing crazy, whatever. It's just like a, I don't know, nothing crazy. So pull that. I'm laying down on the couch behind me, right? And my tables have like an under shelf, and it comes with 5 packs. The other 3 packs are bullshit, whatever. And so I throw all of them underneath. I'm laying down on the couch one day, and I see a pack, and I go to my girlfriend who has like, she's the luckiest person ever, like with sneakers, like getting shoes, with everything. I give her the pack. She hit that fucking card. That was like a week
No.
later, bro. A week later, and so like you said, the last pack thing, like with the Zion, bro. If you open packs, you open packs until you're out. Like my personal take, if you don't hit shit, you do not, like, the luck is building. You know, like, do not ever.
Oh, the rule in cards is never ever leave the last pack on the shelf.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah, yeah. That's 100%, 1,000%. When you're saying that, I was thinking like the same thing of like that story, and it's like, imagine I didn't find that, or imagine I was just like, oh, let me just get like $10 for it or something like that, or if I sold those packs, like that card just sold on eBay for 6,500, bro. Like,
Really?
yeah, because there's only 192, so PWCC just sold one for 6,500.
Bro, yeah, and your girl pulled it out of a hidden pack.
Yeah.
Your luck is still a 10, even though it like slid down in there and you didn't like take care of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so I moved all the packs underneath. Like I moved it with
I
the,
feel like
yeah.
I'm saying, like, you touch them, like, dude, like this the way I touch cards is like so gingerly. Like
Mhm.
those got like extra movements, is what I'm saying.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like an extra chance to do like just the most minuscule type of damage.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Well, all right. Well, we'll call it, right? I mean, you have any questions you wanted or that you were expecting?
No, dude. I mean, we're all good. I got everything. I feel like we got it all out there.
Yeah.
I got Chick-fil-A that's waiting that I'm starving for.
All right. Yeah, dude. No, this was awesome. I mean, I hope that you had fun. It was a
Oh,
ton of
dude,
knowledge, and
for
like,
sure.
yeah, like super helpful. So, I mean, maybe 6 months, or if you get like a monster card in 3 months or something like that, you want to run it back, and we'll cover some new shit and whatever it is.
Oh, we'll do, man, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you have time.
Oh, like, how long did this take? Like a month and a half?
Yeah, yeah. It's all right. You don't have to pay me $400. It's cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, dude, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. And like I said, definitely have you back. I had a blast. Like super knowledgeable, super helpful. I appreciate it a lot.
No, you're for sure, man. Have a good one, buddy.
You too, man. Thank you for the time.
What's going on, guys? Taking offers on the Charizard. Hope you guys enjoyed that podcast. As always, let me know what you guys think. Time is appreciated. I think it was awesome. Definitely one of the best. I really enjoyed talking to Hype Beef. Definitely gonna have him on again, especially if he pulls some more monsters like that fucking Zion, which is insane. So, as always, thanks, guys.